It's not just in movies and cop shows. For half a century, police officers have been required by law to say, you have the right to remain silent. But as Megan Finnerty in our Washington Bureau tells us, that right doesn't apply to everyone.
50 years ago yesterday, the Supreme Court handed out a decision in the landmark case of Miranda versus Arizona. That decision gave us our Miranda warnings. Now Miranda rights are the law of the land, but not all of the land.
The nation's 566 Native American tribes are not required to give Miranda warnings, but they can. While there's no one list of who does and who doesn't, President Fawn Sharp of the Quinault Indian Nation in Washington explains why her tribe does.
We use Miranda rights, and we read it just as it's stated for state courts. Everyone is given the opportunity to be noticed that they have the right to an attorney. They have a right to speak or not speak.
Some tribal police read Miranda rights out of culture or habit from federal training. Melissa Tatum, professor at University of Arizona, said that those tribes that don't give Miranda warnings aren't shortchanging defendants.
But tribal courts don't need Miranda. Tribal police don't need Miranda because Miranda is there to protect the people from the police. And I don't see that being what's happening in tribes.
Experts say tribes treat their people with greater respect than states do.
Tribes and tribal courts are much more focused on the individual and their relationship with the community.
That's because tribal courts, they say, operate differently than state courts.
At Quinault, we have a wellness court, and it's a holistic type of approach. If you look at communities outside of Indian country, it's an adversarial system. It's state versus defendant. But we don't believe that justice should be an adversarial system.
Even though Quinault police give Miranda warnings, Sharp said the laws of the land are about healing.
What's important to understand is what we believe is necessary is that individuals are treated, with dignity and respect.
But ultimately, Miranda rights depend on whose law is over that land. In front of the Supreme Court, I'm Megan Finnerty, Cronkite News.